Imagine for a moment that you are suspended in a vast, boundless ocean, the water around you neither cold nor warm, dense yet bearing no weight. Above, the surface shimmers with a light so pure, so inviting, that your heart yearns to reach it, even as your body feels untethered from the physical constraints of earthly existence. This, according to countless accounts, is a glimpse of what a near-death experience, NDE, might feel like. An ethereal juncture between the known and the mysterious unknown. You may be wondering, what propels us toward that shimmering light? Why do some who brush against the threshold of death speak of overwhelming peace, while others recount a vivid journey through landscapes both eerily familiar and unsettlingly alien? Let's explore together the enigmatic realm of near-death experiences. As we peel back the veil that dances between life and death, we uncover not just stories of those who return, but also a deeper understanding of life itself. In this exploration, we'll traverse unfamiliar territories of human consciousness and encounter tales that challenge our perceptions of reality. What you discover today might not only shock you, but also invite you to look at life through a lens polished by the hands of those who have glimpsed what lies beyond. As we embark on this journey, ask yourself, how does the possibility of another existence beyond death influence the way I live my life today? As we ponder the shimmering threshold of near-death experiences, we embark on more than just a journey through anecdotes and clinical definitions. We venture into the very fabric of human existential inquiry. What happens during a near-death experience? This question does not merely seek to satisfy a curiosity about the afterlife, but it probes deeper, touching the essence of our fears, hopes, and the perpetual mystery of what it means to truly live. Near-death experiences, or NDEs, are reported across cultures and ages, often featuring remarkably similar elements. A sense of being outside one's physical body, moving through a tunnel towards light, feeling an overwhelming sense of peace and unconditional love, encountering spiritual beings or deceased relatives, and finally, a reluctant return to the earthly life. These experiences, as subjective and varied as they are, provide not just solace, but also startling insights into the life we lead. Why do these experiences resonate so deeply across different people? Perhaps it's because they reflect a universal narrative of transformation and awakening. They compel us to question the limitations of our physical existence and challenge our perceptions of life and death. This relevance stretches beyond the personal. It taps into a collective yearning to understand the great cycle of existence and our place within it. In this narrative, each story of a near-death experience is a piece of a larger puzzle. These experiences hint at a broader, more interconnected state of consciousness that exists just beyond the reach of our everyday sensory experiences. By exploring these profound encounters, we are not only uncovering what might lie beyond death, but are also invited to reconsider how we live our lives. The wisdom gleaned from the brink of existence can be a guide, helping us to unlock a greater potential within ourselves, to live more fully, with greater awareness and connection to others. As we delve deeper into the mystery of near-death experiences, consider this. What if understanding the edge of life's tapestry could help us solve the deeper problems we face, such as fear of death, alienation, and the search for meaning? What if, hidden within these extraordinary experiences, lies keys to not only comprehending our existence, but also enhancing it? Let's move forward, keeping these introspective questions in mind as we journey through the layers of understanding that near-death experiences provide. How can these glimpses beyond death empower us to lead lives of greater purpose and connectivity? How do they reflect back on the choices we make, the values we hold dear, and the legacies we hope to leave behind? The answers, as we will see, are as illuminating as they are essential. To grasp the profound nature of near-death experiences, we must first understand their components. Imagine, if you will, that life is a vast, intricate tapestry. Each thread represents a different aspect of our existence, our joys, sorrows, triumphs, and trials. A near-death experience pulls back this tapestry, revealing a glimpse of the loom on which it is woven, the fundamental structure of our consciousness. Commonly reported as the initial phase of an NDE, the out-of-body experience is where individuals perceive themselves as separate from their physical bodies. Picture yourself as a bird, suddenly free from its cage, soaring high above and looking down upon the world. This detachment provides a novel perspective on life, unbound by the physical constraints that usually define our existence. Many describe a journey through a dark tunnel towards a source of brilliant light. This can be likened to travelling through a narrow passageway that suddenly opens into a vast, radiant expanse. The light, often described as warm and welcoming, represents a universal symbol of enlightenment and knowledge, beckoning the traveller towards deeper understanding. Within this experience, some report meetings with spiritual entities or loved ones who have passed away. Often described as a panoramic replay of one's life, this component is like watching an incredibly detailed movie of your life, where every action, thought, and emotion is felt not just by you, but understood from the perspectives of others impacted by your actions. This comprehensive review serves as a moment of profound reflection and often instigates a reassessment of values and life choices. The final phase is the return to the physical body, which many report as being reluctant to accept after the peace and beauty experienced during the NDE. Imagine being pulled back from a beautiful dream into the harshness of reality, but you return with new insights and a renewed purpose. The recurring themes and elements of near-death experiences offer a unique lens through which to view our existence. Philosophically, these experiences challenge the materialist view of consciousness as solely a product of physical processes. Instead, they suggest a dualistic approach where consciousness can exist independently of the body. This perspective echoes the ideas of philosophers like Plato, who envisioned the soul as a prisoner of the body, yearning to return to its true realm of forms and ideas. Psychologically, near-death experiences can significantly alter one's outlook on life. Reports often include reduced fear of death, a heightened sense of purpose, and increased empathy towards others. These transformations illustrate the profound impact of what can be considered a spiritual awakening, where the boundaries of self extend beyond the individual to encompass a greater whole. Throughout history, accounts of near-death experiences can be found in the writings and folklore of various cultures. The Tibetan Book of the Dead, for instance, describes a stage between life and rebirth, replete with visions and spiritual encounters similar to those reported in modern NDEs. Such texts suggest that human beings have long contemplated these experiences, integrating them into cultural understandings of death and the afterlife. In modern times, the work of psychiatrists like Elizabeth Kubler-Ross and Raymond Moody has brought near-death experiences into public discourse, highlighting their importance in understanding death and providing care that acknowledges the profound psychological and spiritual dimensions of dying. By exploring these core concepts, we delve deeper into understanding not just what near-death experiences are, but what they mean for us as individuals and as a society. They challenge us to consider the possibility that life extends beyond the physical, into realms that are not easily explained, but are deeply felt and transformative. As we reflect on these experiences, we are invited to consider our own lives. What threads are we weaving into our tapestry? What light are we moving towards? And how do our actions resonate within the broader fabric of existence? The psychological implications of near-death experiences, NDEs, are profound and multifaceted. Consider the case of Sophia, a 42-year-old who survived a severe car accident. Before her NDE, Sophia lived with high anxiety and fear of the unknown, particularly about death. However, following her experience of the life review and the sensation of overwhelming peace, her outlook transformed dramatically. She reported a significant reduction in her fear of death and a renewed focus on living her life with intention and kindness. Sophia's story illustrates how the psychological aftermath of an NDE can lead to a radical realignment of personal priorities and values. The transformative power of these experiences often leads to what psychologists might describe as a post-traumatic growth, where individuals emerge from a harrowing ordeal with increased personal resilience and a deeper appreciation for life. Neglecting to understand and support individuals through these psychological changes, however, can lead to confusion and isolation, as the NDE can feel alienating without proper context and validation from others who acknowledge the profound nature of such experiences. NDEs frequently prompt a re-evaluation of spiritual and philosophical beliefs. Take, for example, the narrative of Michael, an avowed skeptic and materialist who experienced clinical death during a heart operation. During his NDE, Michael encountered what he described as a being of light that communicated with him through emotions rather than words, imparting a sense of universal connection and purpose. This encounter led him to explore spiritual texts and philosophies, altering his previously materialistic worldview to incorporate a belief in some form of spiritual existence. This aspect underscores the interconnectedness of NDEs with broader existential questions that have been debated by philosophers and theologians for centuries. The neglect of exploring these spiritual dimensions can lead to an incomplete understanding of NDE impacts, potentially robbing individuals of the opportunity to integrate these profound experiences into a cohesive worldview. The interpretation and acceptance of NDEs can vary dramatically across different cultures and societies. In some cultures, such experiences are embraced and integrated into the broader spiritual practices and beliefs of the community, offering a rich framework within which individuals can make sense of their experiences. In contrast, more secular societies might view such experiences with skepticism, potentially leading to stigmatization of those who have had NDEs. A notable example is Amina, a woman from a community with strong spiritual beliefs about life after death. Her NDE was seen as a spiritual visitation, providing her with the status of a wise elder upon her return, revered for her insights into the afterlife. This acceptance greatly enhanced her integration of the experience into her life, contrasting sharply with another case in a more secular setting, where similar experiences were dismissed as hallucinations, leading to feelings of distress and isolation for the individual involved.
From a clinical standpoint, NDEs pose a challenge to medical professionals. While some in the healthcare field view these experiences through a strictly neurological lens, others recognize the psychological and spiritual dimensions and their importance in patient care. Dr. Laura, a cardiologist who incorporates holistic care into her practice, has seen how acknowledging and discussing NDEs with patients can aid in their recovery and mental health post-resuscitation. Failure to consider these experiences in medical settings can lead to a lack of comprehensive care for patients who might be struggling to process their NDEs. Without support, These patients may experience increased anxiety and a feeling of being misunderstood, which can hinder their overall recovery. By examining these key aspects, psychological impact, spiritual and philosophical interpretations, societal influences, and clinical perspectives, we gain a fuller understanding of how NDEs influence not just individuals, but also the communities and societies they are part of. Each aspect is interwoven, contributing to a complex tapestry that reflects the profound effects of near-death experiences on human life. Understanding and addressing these aspects collectively ensures that individuals who have undergone such profound experiences are met with empathy, respect, and a holistic approach that acknowledges the multifaceted nature of their journey. Understanding and integrating the insights from near-death experiences can profoundly enhance one's appreciation for life. This heightened awareness often manifests in individuals becoming more conscious of the present moment, valuing relationships more deeply, and prioritizing meaningful pursuits over material gains. For instance, consider John, a businessman who experienced an NDE during a routine surgery. Before his experience, John was highly focused on accumulating wealth and possessions, often at the expense of his health and family time. However, after experiencing the life review component of his NDE, where he saw the emotional consequences of his absence on his family, John re-evaluated his priorities. He started dedicating more time to his loved ones and engaging in activities that brought him genuine joy rather than merely success in business. Exercising. John's story exemplifies how understanding NDEs can lead to a more enriched and purpose-driven life. One of the most significant benefits reported by those who have had NDEs is a substantial reduction in their fear of death. This alleviation of anxiety extends beyond personal peace. It enhances one's ability to live freely and fully. Emily, a terminal cancer patient, shared how her spontaneous NDE helped her cope with her diagnosis and remaining time. Before her experience, she was overwhelmed with fear and anxiety about dying, which paralyzed her from enjoying her day-to-day life. After her NDE, where she experienced an overwhelming sense of peace and a feeling of unconditional love, Emily's perspective on death changed. She began to see her remaining time as a gift, focusing on creating meaningful memories with her family and coming to terms with her life's closure with grace. Emily's transformation shows how mastering the concept of NDEs can profoundly affect individuals' mental and emotional well-being, especially when facing their mortality. An understanding of NDEs often leads to improved relationships, as individuals come back with a renewed sense of empathy, connection, and a desire to resolve conflicts. This was the case with Sarah and her estranged brother, Tom. Following her NDE, Sarah felt an urgent need to reconnect with Tom, from whom she had been estranged for years. Her experience made her realize the triviality of their disagreements in the grand scheme of life, and the importance of love and forgiveness. When she approached Tom with her new perspective, it not only healed their relationship, but also encouraged him to reevaluate his own life choices and priorities. Their story highlights how insights from NDEs can act as catalysts for healing and strengthening relationships. Many who experience NDEs report a deepened spiritual connection and a consistent sense of inner peace. This spiritual reawakening can lead to long-lasting transformations in how individuals perceive themselves and their place in the universe. Mark, an atheist before his NDE, encountered what he described as a divine presence during his experience, which led him to explore various spiritual traditions upon his recovery. This exploration helped him find a path that resonated with his experiences, leading to a sustained sense of peace and fulfillment that profoundly impacted his overall outlook on life. Mark's story underscores the potential for spiritual growth following NDEs, illustrating how these experiences can open doors to new ways of understanding and interacting with the world. Benjamin's eyebrows pulled together, and his mouth dropped open in surprise. The benefits of understanding and integrating the insights from near-death experiences are manifold. They offer a unique opportunity for personal transformation, enhancing appreciation for life, improving relationships, and fostering spiritual growth and inner peace. Each story of transformation following an NDE provides a compelling testament to the profound impact that these experiences can have on individuals' lives. By embracing the lessons learned from the brink of death, we open ourselves to a life transformed by deeper awareness, compassion, and connectivity. This understanding not only enriches our own lives, but also has the potential to positively influence those around us, reinforcing the value of every moment and every relationship we hold dear. As we draw near the end of our exploration into near-death experiences and their profound impact on individuals and their perception of life, it's vital to turn our gaze inward and consider our own lives in the light of what we've discussed. Near-death experiences, with their deep psychological and spiritual ramifications, offer a unique mirror through which we can view our own existence. They provoke questions about our purpose, our fears, and how we connect with others and the world around us. Begin by asking yourself, where do I feel stuck in my growth? Consider areas of your life where you feel there has been little change or improvement, where you might be holding on to old habits or fears that prevent you from moving forward. Reflecting on such questions is not about inducing guilt, but about recognizing where you are and envisioning where you would like to be. Next, think about the aspects of your life that are thriving. What practices or beliefs have you adopted that contribute to these successes? How do these areas reflect your values and the way you wish to live your life? Understanding what works for you is as crucial as identifying what doesn't. Now, take a moment to consider how your belief systems and actions align with the insights gained from our discussion on near-death experiences. Do you live in a way that reflects an appreciation for the ephemeral nature of life? How does your understanding of death influence your daily actions and decisions? Are your relationships and actions reflective of a life lived with purpose and connection? For many, there is often a gap between our beliefs and our actions. Identifying this gap is the first step towards bridging it. Reflect on areas where you feel your actions might not fully align with your beliefs, and consider small, manageable steps you can take to bring them into closer harmony. Visualization is a powerful tool for manifesting change. Close your eyes for a moment and picture the life you wish to lead. Imagine yourself living fully, with every day imbued with purpose and joy. What does that look like? How do you interact with others? What kind of activities are you engaging in? What fears have you overcome? This exercise is not just about dreaming. It's about setting a mental blueprint for the changes you want to create in your life. Visualizing your ideal day can help clarify the steps you need to take to make it a reality. To further your growth and introspection, consider responding to the following prompts. Reassess your priorities. What are the top 3 priorities in your life right now, and how well are you attending to them? If there is a discrepancy between your intentions and your actions, What changes can you make to align them? Evaluate your fears. What are you afraid of in terms of your own life and death? How do these fears affect your behavior? Reflecting on these fears in the context of the peace and transformation reported in near-death experiences, what might you learn from those who have faced these ultimate fears and returned? Reflect on connections. How deep and meaningful are your connections with others? Are there relationships that need more attention or healing? How can you bring more empathy and understanding into your relationships? Personal fulfillment. How fulfilled do you feel in your daily activities? Are there passions or interests you have neglected that could bring more joy and satisfaction into your life? By engaging with these introspective questions and prompts, you are taking an active role in shaping your journey towards a more fulfilled and meaningful life. Near-death experiences teach us that each moment is precious, and that our awareness, choices, and actions can profoundly shape the quality of our lives and our interactions with others. Let these lessons inspire and guide you as you continue to grow and evolve. As we conclude our journey through the enigmatic realm of near-death experiences, it's important to reflect on the profound insights these phenomena offer. Near-death experiences peel back the layers of mundane existence to reveal a deeper, more interconnected state of consciousness that transcends our everyday understanding of life and death. They challenge us to reconsider what it means to truly live, to connect, and to partake in the human experience. We've explored how these profound experiences can transform fear into acceptance, conflict into reconciliation, and existential dread into a renewed appreciation for the miracle of life. Individuals who have navigated these liminal spaces often return with a profound sense of purpose and a diminished fear of death, equipped with a deeper empathy for themselves and others. This transformation is not just a personal awakening, but a beacon of what humanity can aspire to when we embrace the full spectrum of our existence. Understanding and integrating the lessons from near-death experiences encourages us to live with greater intention and compassion. It invites us to look beyond our fears and limitations, to mend our relationships, and to seek out those things that fulfill and inspire us. These experiences remind us that each moment is a precious gift, and that our time here is both limited and ripe with potential. Let this discussion serve as a catalyst for your own reflection on how you choose to live your life. Are you moving towards the light of your true potential, or are you held back by unexamined fears? How deeply do you cherish and nurture the connections that sustain you? As you move forward, remember the stories of those who have touched the edge of existence and returned transformed. Let their journeys inspire you to approach your life with the same courage and openness, embracing each day as an opportunity to live more fully, love more deeply, and leave behind a legacy of kindness and understanding. In closing, take these insights into the heart of your existence. Let them be the light that guides you through your own tunnels of doubt and fear. And remember, the most profound truths about our lives are often those that echo from the brink of the unknown, teaching us that at the end of all our exploring, we will arrive where we started and know the place for the first time, knowing it's finally not too late to come together, to seek answers to great questions and serve one another for centuries. Step forward with hope, for the journey is as wondrous as the destination, and each step you take is a step towards realizing the fullness of your own being.